Uh, hey, how are you? I have your paperwork here. I'm Louis, I'm the manager here. I'm just gonna do some examples about environmental hazards and what you should look at. I know you're new hire, you're fresh out of nursing school, so it's important we go over all this information. First of all, do you need any water or coffee? Great, okay. Well, I just want to start talking about... Sorry, my coworker is not the smartest. The physical hazards in nursing. You may think you're here to save lives and do that, and I totally agree with you. But how can you save lives if you're risking your own body? That's why we need to go over the temperature, the electrical risk, the noise, and the radiation. We're gonna go into each one in more depth in just a second. First, talking about temperature. Hospitals get really, really cold. And the way that we have to fight against this is just by keeping warm. You can buy your own jacket. We have some at the store. I know, I didn't make the rules. Capitalism, guys, my bad. Electrical risk. What I mean by this is there's some equipment that's malfunctioning, and it is not your job to fix that equipment. It is somebody else's job. Your job is to take care of the patient and the patients only. You are putting yourself at more risk and the patient by fixing that equipment. How about you do it wrong? Your job here is just to label the equipment as malfunctioning, unplug it, and put it in the designated location that is going to be given by your nursing supervisor. Noise. Nurses are prone to get this thing called alarm fatigue. And you may be thinking, alarm fatigue, what is that? Well, I don't know if some of you have those fire alarms at home that start beeping and you don't even listen to them. I have one because I haven't changed the batteries in a long time. But I don't even listen to it. But when my friends come over, they're like, yo, can you please change the alarm batteries? That's due to alarm fatigue. Your RAS system, reticular activation system, it just turns out that noise. The best way we have to address this is by taking care of the noise. What do I mean by that? The IV pump, it's beeping at you. It is beeping for a reason. You go there, you take care of the IV pump, and that IV pump won't be beeping anymore. Maybe there's oxygen, maybe the medication's wrong, maybe there's something wrong. What I mean by this is you should always go and address the noises that are coming. Maybe a room, maybe a patient screaming. There's a reason for all of that, and you want to address all of them. Radiation. Now, for you guys that are working in the radiation unit, this is very important, so listen and hear me out. Lead aprons. I was just in surgery today, and we had to wear the lead aprons, the one that goes in the neck, the skirt, the shirt, really heavy, kind of annoying sometimes to put them on and take them off because, doing that all the time. But proper PPE is what's keeping you and the unit safe. There's also the badge. I don't have it today. I wish I had it so I could show you. But in the badge, you're gonna have exposure to radiation for those that work in the radiation unit. And there's just to keep you safe, and we want to know that you're taking proper precaution with the radiation because we do not want you to be harmed. You have to think, patients come in and they get an x-ray, they're gonna get maybe one or two, maybe you're gonna be exposed to 50 or 60 a year, and you are the one that have to watch out for yourself. We are here to give you all the instructions and all the help you need to know how to do this the most efficient way with the most scientific backed up system that we have. But you're the one that has to take the active choices. Another thing about noise, anything above 75 decibels can be harming your ears. Why is that important? Well, I know some people like to hear loud music in the car. I'm guilty too. But just watch out, take care of your ears. If we go to the next slide, I'm gonna talk more about mechanical hazards. And this is more moving a patient. You are not Hulk, you're not Superman. You are not the one that's just gonna grab the patient and just move them like it's nothing. You shouldn't do that. This is a team. We want to appreciate our team. We want to ask for help for our team, and they're here to help us. If you move out a patient in a wrong way, you do it by yourself, you break your back. The hospital is not the place to break your back. Doing this is putting yourself at risk of musculoskeletal disorders, that pinching, that back sensation. Maybe you even get a herniation in your lumbar spine. Do you want that? No, nobody wants that. It's as simple as asking one of the NAs or nurses in the unit for a hand. If you go to the next slide, we'll see chemical hazards. So this includes latex, sterile equipment that could become carcinogenic if used improperly or even properly. Continuous exposure to certain chemicals can put you at higher risk of getting cancer. Even latex, even the gloves. Gloves are good so many minutes. Some chemicals are gonna pass through the gloves, so you have to make sure you're using the right gloves for the right situation. We want you to know your own allergies, also as the patient allergies. If you're allergic to latex, we are more than willing to give you latex-free gloves or look for an alternative for you. We don't have a problem with that, but you need to let us know about it. In chemical hazards, just watch out for any blood, any pathogens that are around. And that's basically what I wanted to say here. Sorry for taking long on that one. Psychological. It was 1899, the first time I met my first patient. It was a hard emotion and there was a lot going on. You come out of nursing school, you're with a patient, you think you know it all when you don't. My patient passed away, and nursing school never taught me how to deal with that. It is something that just happens, and you feel guilty about it, even though it's not your fault. We want to save lives, but you are not able to save all the lives. So we want to support, and we want to make sure you are taking also care of yourself. Burnout is our reality, more in this workforce, that you have some patients that are gonna be really nice, saying please and thank you all the time. And you're gonna have some other patients that have certain conditions that are gonna be really mean, really aggressive, and are gonna take the biggest toll on you. So just always know if you need help or you wanna talk to somebody, reach out to your manager, reach out to me. My name is at the end of this. If you look at your brochure that I already gave you, in page 69, you'll see all the emails and all the information we have about it. But hey, watch out for yourself. I got your back and you got mine. If you go to the next one, I want to talk now about the biological. This is the simplest thing that we stop looking. The more time you have working in healthcare, I know there's some people here that have like 30 years of experience. The thing with you guys, you stop looking. Let's be honest. I stopped looking about some stuff too. Maybe you don't want to use alcohol in and out. Just remember, you're putting not yourself but the patient at risk, and maybe the whole unit. Okay. The most common infections are seasonal influenza, MRSA, tuberculosis, potential drug-resistant organisms. First of all, we're giving so many medications in the hospital that we do not even know what's in the floor. So if something falls in the floor, clean it good. But I want to ask you guys a question. When was the last time any of you cleaned your stethoscope? Exactly. Cleaning the stethoscope is something that they teach you like the first week of nursing school that you totally forget. It's all about clean your hands, clean your hands, clean your hands, clean your hands. Guys, the stethoscope, you put it literally skin to skin with the patient, that they may have MRSA, they may have something in their skin that you put around your neck. Have you ever thought about it? And then some people like to go to the supermarket after being in scrubs. Why would you do that? You were just in the hospital and you put in those that are immunocompromised outside of the hospital, that are going just to Walmart to buy something real quick. You're putting them at risk. So just be aware of that. When we talk about biological, I want you to think about the simple bacteria that can be in somebody's skin to a soiled linen that you carry around. You never know what you're gonna get, but I always want you to think. Sometimes you're on the floor, you're gonna get hungry. Happens. You're gonna go grab a snack. You forget to wash your hands. Now, the break room maybe has an infection of something. Always wash your hands. Always make sure you're washing your hands. You cannot go from dirty to clean. So wash your hands is the best procedure. Wash your hands. And if we see now prevention of infections, proper PPE. Remember to always wear protection. Because like I was saying before, you may think, oh, I'm alright, I'm just gonna get in the room for a second. Some bacteria lives in your skin for like 8 days. You don't wanna make you at risk, because you're not putting just only yourself at risk, you're putting the unit, your family at home, your pets, your grandma that lives in the other state that came just to visit you on the weekend. You don't want to do that. Have that in your mind. When we talk about proper PPE, we're going to go into more depth. Next picture, please. So enteric precautions, sedative. We all know how that smells, and it ain't good. When you used to think, when you're gonna alcohol in and out, you're gonna put the gown, the gloves, and use disposable equipment. Why disposable? Like I said before, none of you clean your stethoscope, and it's an active problem that we're trying to solve. Just remember, always clean your stethoscope. When you come out of the room, you have to wash your hands with hand and soap for at least a minute. And you want to use bleach-based disinfectant for low-level disinfection. This is something like sedative. If you want to use what, maybe you needed to use a Dynamap. Maybe you needed to use a manual blood pressure machine. Just wipe it down, because that spores from sedative are going to lie in that equipment, and from there we can get really ugly. If you go to the next one, we're going to see that we have airborne precautions. COVID still a thing. Unfortunately, people are not getting vaccinated. Kids are getting the flu. Things happen. We understand. We want to tell all our patients when they're due for a vaccine, let them know like, oh, we can give you the vaccine that day, because that really, that's how we take precautions. For us, what we have to do is always in and out alcohol. Do you want to wear your N95 or the PAPR? I've seen it. It's really cool, guys. So if you want to know how to use it, just reach out to me after we're done with this meeting. Use gloves. Visitors must wear a mask. Families coming over and they just want to go right inside of the room. They also have to wear a gown, and they also have to wear an N95. Just have that in mind. And you want to use the disposable equipment. If we look at the next one, we're gonna see droplet precaution. This is for things that are not as necessary that you need an N95, but are still airborne. That just means you're gonna follow the same precautions: wear a gown, gloves, and a mask. Clean your hands in and out. Wash your hands with soap and water if that's even better. Disposable equipment. We're saying these are like simple flu that maybe the patient coughs on you. You just want to be aware of all that. If you go to the next one, and the last one too, we'll say contact precaution. Maybe your patient has an organism. Maybe it's fungi. Maybe it's lice. These are the ones that are a little scary and people get icky about it. But as healthcare, you're gonna see everything in here. And as a hospital, it's our duty to take care of you. Here, you need to take precautions. This precaution is intended to prevent any organisms that could get in you. If all is what you wanna see, the hospital is where you wanna be. With all that, I'm done with my meeting with you guys. I see, do you have any questions? No? Well, there's also TB, tuberculosis. I know there's a nurse in the unit that has tuberculosis. She's like right over there. Hello. She knows who she is. Well, now my coworker is gonna talk to you about regulations and how the law protects you as a nurse. I'm thankful for your time, guys. Remember, there's donuts and coffee at the end, so stick around.